Hi guys, welcome to my humble abode in Ibiza. I hope you're all doing really well. So the look that we're creating today is this look, and it's inspired by a look I did this week on a gorgeous model for an summer shoot, and it's all very stripped back, very kind of nude and natural, very minimal and healthy, so it's all inspired by that. So we've gone for nice shimmers on the cheeks and bronzes, a nude matte on the eye. I feel like it's a very easy to wear summer look which really takes minimal time. Everything's vegan and cruelty free, and I hope you enjoy it. First of all, I'm going to use the Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. This is really good for foundation as well as a setting spray because it makes it like extra dewy. Also smells amazing. Okay, so first of all, I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. It's an illuminator. So here I've got the colour light medium. And this product is great for either underneath foundation, mixed with foundation, or on top. So it's really a very versatile product. So I'm going to take it with my fingers and just blend it all over my skin. You can use as little or as much as you like. I'm actually going to use a lot. Focusing a little bit more on the cheeks and the nose. Tiny bit on the chin and on the forehead. Next, I'm just taking my beauty blender just to quickly press that in. Make sure there's no lines. These are just great because they're so quick and easy to use. Here I've got the colours 7 and 12, and what I'm going to do is just get the number 7 and draw. This is actually quite melted because it's so hot here. So I might have overdone it. So don't use too much. So I'm going to put along my jawline, on my chin slightly, a bit under my eyes and on my forehead. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and press it into the skin. Kind of avoiding the cheek area because that's where we're going to put the dark foundation to give you a warmer glow. If you've got quite dry skin, and this product is not moving very easily for you, simply just spray your beauty blender with your Milani Dewy spray, and that will just help it to blend. I'm so obsessed with that Milani Dewy spray. The other day I looked in the mirror about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I used the new powder and it really just sat in my creases and I just looked so cakey. So I popped a bit of the Milani Make It Dewy spray on and used a beauty blender just to press in, and instantly looked like I had a whole fresh face of makeup. It was amazing. And now I'm going to take number 12 and I'm going to do a few little dots on the cheek and working up the cheekbone. I'm using this as a kind of a contour and a bronzer. So we're not just going underneath the cheekbone, we're actually kind of going onto the cheek. And I'm also going to pop a little bit around the forehead, tiny bit on the chin. Getting my beauty blender, pressing into the skin. I think this look is perfect for if you are on holiday and you don't want to look like you're wearing much makeup, like I'm doing today. You might have seen quite a few people put a dark foundation around the edges of the face because the aim is to get everyone to look at the centre of your face where your features are. So by contouring, and I've done it very, very subtly today, but by making it slightly dark around the edge of your face, people are instantly drawn to the centre, so they're looking at your eyes and your beautiful lips and your lovely nose. So for me, underneath the eyes tends to get quite oily. So these Urban Decay All Nighter concealers, these are actually waterproof, so they're going to set under your eye and shouldn't move. This pigment goes so far, so only use a few little dots. I'm pressing the product into the skin, under the eyes. So this next product is by Technic. And this is the Technic Prism Unicorn Horns. It is quite glittery, so it depends how glittery you're happy to be. So what I'm going to do with this is just take it along my cheekbone and pop it slightly down my nose and at the top of my lips here. I'm just going to blend that with my finger. I'm also popping a little bit on my temples. So now we need to set the makeup because everything I've just put on is cream, so it definitely needs setting. So I'm taking INIKIA, the loose INIKIA powder. And this powder is completely translucent, so it should be good for most skin tones. If you have very, very dark skin, I recommend not going for translucent because it can make it look a little bit grey. I'm pressing it under the eye. Ever so slightly on the cheeks. And take the darker tone. I'm just going to ever so gently put a little bit on as a contour. So at this point we're aiming for the hollow of the cheek. What's great also about this big Leo brush is that it's really fluffy, so you don't really need to do much blending, it kind of does it for you. Next I'm taking a smaller fan brush and going in for the lighter colour. And next we're just going to pop it on top of the unicorn horns just to give it a little bit extra. I'm also going to pop a little bit on the end of the nose. And what that's going to do is just lift the end of your nose up slightly. And on the temples. So I'm going to go for the Milani Baked Powder Blush in 02. This is my favourite brush from our collection. This one's called Rose, and it's kind of got like a tapered tip, which means that you can contour with it, but you can also use it as a blusher. I'm swirling the product around, almost start in the centre of the apples of your cheek. Love this bronzer. It's that perfect mix of blush and bronze. It's almost like kind of an apricot colour, so it works beautifully as both, 2 in 1. I'm going to use the setting spray again just to kind of help everything to blur in and give it a really nice smooth finish. Do eyebrows, shall we? So first of all, always start with an empty mascara wand and push your brows up, really brush them through. So I'm using B, which is from Superdrug, and they've got an awesome range of makeup, entirely vegan and cruelty free. So the brow kit has 2 different shades, the kind of medium dark and then a really dark. And these 2 here are waxes, so the idea is to pop the wax through your brow first to shape it and then fill in the gaps with the colours. Taking my Archie brush, and I'm actually going to go for lighter tones today because this is more of a daytime look. So I'm going to go for the lighter wax and push it through my brows, which is going to help keep the shape. And this is a great time to brush your eyebrows through. I'm going to go in with the lighter brown shades. And this is going to be really light because the look that I did for the Anthem shoot, it wasn't a very strong drawn on brow. It was like a very kind of, almost like flickers. What's great about this brush is it's really fine, so you really can either draw a sharp line or you can feather. So I'm going to start off my little, I've got a little empty patch here. So I'm going to start there and kind of do upwards motions to create some fake hair. Work my way up to the arch. And I'm going to create a little bit more of a sharper edge there, so starting from the top, I'm going to draw downwards. Great, and then just brush your brows through once more. I'm a really big fan of eyebrow brushing because my brows tend to kind of stick in all random places. So next we have Rodial Eye Sculpt. It's almost like a mousse type texture, but it goes on the eyes super smoothly. and it's so easy to blend. So this is a really good product just to pop on my eye, something very, very simple. So I'm going to use my middle finger and just press into my lid to dispense the colour. Then I'm taking my Annie brush and I'm just buffing the product into my crease. However, it's kind of already done it with my finger because it's that soft and it just almost blends itself. And I'm going to put a little bit underneath my eyes too. So I'm actually going to take Annie now and run it underneath the eye. And that's going to give your eyes a bit more depth. So next we're going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, the classic eye powder pencil. And this is like a very, very dark brown. So it's a little bit softer than a black. Black can sometimes be a bit harsh and we want to go for a very soft look. So first of all we're going to tight line the eyes, which is the upper waterline. So I'm just going to look down and just run the pencil along my waterline. And then if you close your eyes, you're just going to press the liner into your lash line. Tiny bit underneath too, in the very corner. But this doesn't have to be neat, guys, because we're going to buff it out. And I'm taking my Annie again and I'm just running the brush over the lash line. Curl your lashes. Such a big difference curling your lashes, especially if you're going to go for a very light mascara. So this is the Milani Lash TRIFECTA. I am a huge mascara whore, so I like them both. Mascara is really making my lashes clump together. I actually really like that because it almost makes them look a bit dolly-like. I'm not even doing this on purpose, but basically all of my lashes have turned into about 6. For the bottom lashes, what I tend to do is get the very end of the tip and apply the mascara to the lashes, then comb them through. Nice. The power of mascara, eh? Next we're going to do lips, and I've got LIPCHEAT in Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to use this as a lip liner and just rim my lip and go ever so slightly outside of the line and buff it out. So it still looks very natural. It's not going to be really overdone, but just gives it a bit more volume. And because I don't want it to be super perfect, I'm just going to press that in with my finger. Next I'm going to use Model's Own lipsticks in the shade Secret Garden, which is a creamy matte. And because we want this to be fairly natural, I'm actually going to press it in and then blend it with my fingers. We're not full on drawing a lipstick on. This is a really good nude if ever you're looking for a nude. So you can finish there, however I am going to draw some freckles on with the Charlotte Tilbury Foxy Brown pencil. Make sure your pencil is super sharp for this. Like how we were saying earlier about how the idea is to kind of draw attention to the centre of your face with the shading. This is almost doing a very similar thing with the freckles, and obviously also because freckles are connected to youth, it's a very good instant way of making yourself look younger. There you are, there is my summer bronzy, glowy, fairly natural look, which hopefully you could enjoy creating yourself. Everything we've used today is cruelty free and vegan. So yeah, let me know your comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you later.